Hey, what's going up, bull runners? Welcome back to the show. Glad to have you guys here today. We are going to have another amazing video today, and you are a genius for being here. Today, we will be jumping into the XRP charts. We're going to be jumping into this at the end of the video, and then as a bonus at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can come work with us here at the Bull Runners Club. We are currently looking for more affiliates, and all you'll have to do is click the link down in the description. It gives you all of the details. But if you would like to wait till the end of this video, we've got a full 2-minute video explaining exactly how you can be making money with us every single week. So obviously we're hoping for a bull market recap right here for XRP. We want to see the start of the bull market, but even if it is a bear market, like I said, work with us here and we'll show you exactly how to make money no matter what. So first and foremost, we are going to jump into the news. And what we're going to do is go over to today's bookmarks, all of the research I've been doing for you guys, and we're going to jump into it. Oh, check this out. Day 10, making Judge Annalisa Torres' hair slightly bigger each day for XRP holders until the decision is made. Nice and simple, big and fluffy, and as you can see, her hair takes up the whole freaking screen. She needs to make a decision ASAP, or otherwise there's not going to be any room left. But this is funny. Hodl Monkey has been doing this now for 10 days. As you can see, yesterday's was pretty funny. She was out in basically the galaxy with all this funny stuff around her. Now just taking up the whole picture. I don't know what else he's going to do next, but it is funny because she's not making a decision anytime soon. And it would be cool to see all of these as a collage. So like I said, if you could make a collage for us, XRP holders, XRP Army, who's good at collages, go collect all these, put one of those together for us. That would be awesome. And of course, also, I wanted to address yesterday. So a lot of people were extremely upset yesterday, calling everything I was talking about FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Well, just to let you know, there was no uncertainty at all in that information. And I am a huge XRP fan. All right. Ripple, I could care less about the company. Unfortunately, it has now come to be known that XRP, like, you know, a lot of us, when we first got into XRP, we thought it was going to be like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin back in the day, because it was literally out back in the day. Like one of the first official altcoins, XRP was there, right? So we were excited about getting involved back in the day because it was another coin that could be amazing and be huge. No one really dug in and did research on what was Ripple going to be doing. All this on-demand liquidity crap wasn't even out in the open. No one really cared about that. We were just trying to make a bag. But nowadays, we know the facts about what's going on. So the facts that I put out yesterday hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I apologize if it hurt your feelings. But those are not even my facts. Those are coming directly from David Schwartz. So I'm going to go ahead and recap a little bit of this for you guys, because I want you to understand this is not FUD. This is not hating on XRP, but I want everyone to be smart in this space, right? What does XRP represent? It represents the ability for cross-border payments on the Ripple ledger, XRPL, the XRP ledger provided by Ripple, okay? So there were some questions that were raised that people got a little bit upset about when the truth came out, okay? So first and foremost, we're going to go through these real quick. And a lot of you guys are going to love this information because it's very positive. So none of this has to do with any negativity. This is not fear, uncertainty, or doubt. I'm just trying to make sure you guys are smart. And if you're watching this channel, you're a genius. Like I said in the beginning, you're here because you're smart and you're getting education. So let's talk about some things, right? So 10 more things the XRP community needs to get right. That is you, right? XRP Army, that is us. XRP Army, what we need to get right here is, number one, the XRPL cannot work offline. It needs the internet. Number two, there are currently 0 CBDCs built on XRPL. We covered that, and we're going to go through the answers here, not from me, from David Schwartz. Number three, the XRLP never came anywhere close to doing 1,500 transactions per second. It's supposed to be XRPL, of course. XRP is not an asset in some new ESDR basket, and there is no ESDR built on XRP Ledger. RippleNet does not use the XRPL DEX for liquidity because there is none. The XRPL is the only public blockchain missing 32,569 ledgers blocks. RippleNet does not RippleNet does about 0.07% of the volume of Swift. Only 60% of that is ODL. And while XRP's total supply is deflationary, the circulating supply is currently inflationary. And that's because Well, we'll get into it. Ripple still sells XRP regardless of who it is to, and it accounts for 98% of its revenues. And then there is no XRP with a much higher price on a private sidechain. And this is what people got upset at me about yesterday because I covered this. This is something this was a revelation to me, was this right here, that Ripple continues to sell into the market regardless of who it's to. And that's what accounts for 98. So literally Ripple, the company, would be bankrupt. It would not exist if they were not selling XRP every so often, whether it's every week or every month or whatever. And that just really upset me because I was like, well, no wonder the price isn't going up. A lot of people are rightfully so, because I was under the impression it wasn't going up because of the X or the SEC, right? Ripple versus SEC. That's the reason why the price isn't going up here, guys. Well, that was wrong. That was 100% wrong. It's not going up right now because Ripple keeps on selling. Even when it gets up to these all-time highs, they dump more coins on us. And that's what pissed me off. And that's why I just wanted to bring that to your attention and tell you the truth. And then a lot of people got mad at me for that. So let's go through David Schwartz. And if you are not aware, David Schwartz is the CTO, the Chief Technology Officer at Ripple. Chief Technology, the guy that basically is knowing and understanding and building the XRP ledger, okay? So just so you know, one of the original architects of the XRP ledger. So you think the guy knows a little bit about the XRP ledger? I know he knows a lot about it. So let's answer these questions. Number one, XRPL certainly needs the internet for now, for the foreseeable future. So XRP, the ledger, it does have to have internet to run. No CBDCs are on XRPL right now. So there is no European CBDC. There's no Chinese CBDC. There's no US CBDC that runs on XRPL. They create their own ledgers, guys. They create basically what they do is they clone XRPL, and then the US CBDC will run on the clone of XRPL, but it's called USDC or CBDC US, whatever they're going to call it. It's not called XRP. All right. So I just want to let you guys know that. The answer to number three, we've never seen 1,500 transactions per second on the live XRPL. I suspect it could, as currently configured, probably sustain about 300 to 500. So he's addressing that. While someone could create a basket containing XRP, the only current reason to do so I can think of is as for a cryptocurrency index exposure. And then this guy comes back with the original question and he asks, regarding number three, why does Ripple website advertise that the XRP ledger consistently handles 1,500 transactions per second? And David Schwartz responds, well, that is a poorly worded, I agree. It's trying to say that the XRPL software technology can consistently handle 15,000 transactions per second, 24/7. And I believe that's a typo because it's 1,500, right? So now he's throwing in a typo here, confusing more people. I agree that the wording suggests that the live network is actually doing that, something nobody would want. Sorry, 1,500, not 15,000. Okay, good. And then answering the question number five. True, RippleNet does not use ODL liquidity, and proposals to allow it do so all include new sources of liquidity. Number six, true, XRPL is the only public blockchain missing 32,569 blocks, but others like ETH have much worse gaps in public transaction data. And of course, David's answering these questions to people that are hounding him. These are people that are really trying to dig deep and find a problem, right? And so I'm not trying to find a problem. I'm so proud of David for answering these questions for the absolute haters out there. But these are important questions for us all to know if we're involved with XRP, because XRP is attached to all of this, and we know this, okay? So I think you meant XRPL liquidity, not on-demand liquidity. And he said, I meant to say DEX, decentralized exchange liquidity, which means the same thing as XRP liquidity. Sorry. And then continuing on number five, your answer really caught my eye. When you say proposals to allow RN to use RippleNet, to use ODL liquidity, are you able to share an example of who would be proposing and who accepting? Your answer also reminded me of that great healthy speculation thread from last year. And he said that should have read DEX liquidity. Sorry. The idea would be to use a stable coin as the source of payments, buy XRP on that DEX, then send the XRP to a stable coin to the destination exchange or gateway where the last mile would connect. And this person asked, where did those blocks go? This was very early At the time, there were only 3 validators running. They were all on Amazon Web Service and identically configured. They all ran out of disk space at the same time. The system kept publishing ledgers, though. There was also a bug that caused non-validators not to write ledger headers to their database. Some transaction data survives, but nobody has been able to figure out which went where without the headers. Like, this is absolutely amazing here, by the way. So like I'm saying, not FUD. This is such powerful information. He's literally doing an AMA and like putting people's mind at ease. But I just wanted to like let you all know what he was saying. Now, getting on to number 7, I'm not sure exactly what fraction of RippleNet volume is on-demand liquidity, but hearing it was 60% wouldn't surprise me. Getting customers to be able to easily use on-demand liquidity when and if they choose to do so is, in my opinion, still a huge win. Number 8, the circulating supply of XRP is growing by the most common definitions of circulating supply. The same is true for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other cryptocurrencies. And here he covers the selling. He said, if you define sell broadly, then yes, selling XRP does not, this number 9, does not, or it does account for most of Ripple's revenue. But realistically, our choices come down to selling XRP or holding XRP, and most people think we hold too much. And then number 10, there is no XRP with a much higher price anywhere. And it's hard to imagine how there ever could be. If it couldn't be exchanged easily for XRP on XRPL, why call it XRP? And if it can be, why would anyone pay substantially more for it unless they're just really dumb? All right, and then here is another great tweet that I went over. If you guys have not heard, New World Order, IMF, World Economic Forum, all of that have now officially created their own coin, and it's called the Universal Monetary Unit, the UMU. And this is a great post covering that it will not replace XRP. All right, big thread, here we go. The UMU will not replace XRP. Stop the FUD. Since I was little, at the age of 16 or 17, he says now I'm 34, I was already hearing one world government, one world religion, one world currency, one world tax. Now it's not a conspiracy anymore. It's a reality. The Great Reset, all of that. We already have one government. It equals the World Economic Forum. They're doing everything to destroy all religions by making us believe in aliens and other things such like CERN, parallel worlds, one world currency of the IMF. The IMF is one of the major financial agencies of the UN, United Nations, and one international financial institution consisting of 190 countries. By having a world currency, they can impose a world tax. This agenda has been in the works since the beginning of time. Nothing can be done to stop this agenda. It is inevitable. Ripple plays a very important role in this agenda, fixing the plumbing of the world banking and financial system to enable this new world. Now, having said all that, the FUD continues because people still want to compare XRP to anything and everything. People don't like to read or do research. People like to jump to conclusions and give their own opinion based on nothing. But 99% don't like conspiracies and conspiracies. If you can understand them, you will always be ahead of 99% of people. The Universal Monetary Unit, UMU, symbolized as U with the dots above it, can transact in any legal tender settlement currency and is designed to enforce the banking regulations to protect the financial integrity of the international banking system. Ripple is not designed to replace central banks or correspondent banks or the IMF or BIS. It's a neutral technology that can adapt to increase the efficiency of transferring value domestically and cross-border. The UMU is powered by artificial intelligence and adopts a central banking monetary policy framework to ensure it has continuous purchasing demand, minimal price volatility, and annual asset pricing targets. Banks can attach SWIFT codes and bank accounts to a UMU digital currency wallet and transaction SWIFT-like cross-border payments over digital currency rails by bypassing the correspondent banking system at best price wholesale foreign exchange rates, and with instantaneous real-time settlement. Foreign exchange rates equal financial giants SBI to test XRP in a 6.6 trillion foreign exchange market. And here is an article, which we'll get to and show in just a minute, from the Daily Hodl. Instantaneous real-time settlement is XRP. Ripple think this is a fundamental shift in how value can be transported. This isn't about creating a better post office. It's fundamentally different way of transferring value. So the UMU is a value like any other value: cryptos, CBDCs, tokenized assets, NFTs. On April 10th, 2023, in an IMF interview with Tobias Adrian, financial counselor at the IMF, he states cross-border payments can be slow, expensive, and risky. In today's world of payments, counterparties in different jurisdictions rely on costly, trusted relationships, nostro, vostro, pre-fund accounts, to offset the lack of common settlement asset together with common rules and governance, XRP. But imagine if a multilateral platform existed that could improve cross-border payments at the same time transforming financial FX transactions, risk sharing, and more generally, financial contracting. PR Newswire has an article we'll take a look at as well. The same Tobias Adrian that was with Brad Garlinghouse in 2018 with Lagarde, the head of the BCE, and Agustin Carstens, the head of BIS, the Bank of International Settlements, the second one on the left in the picture below. And we'll scroll down to the photos here in a second. So if the Universal Monetary Unit is the competitor of Ripple, or XRP, why is Brad Garlinghouse sitting in the same heads to set up the Universal Monetary Unit for the IMF? And why Chris Larsen did 2 meetings with the International Monetary Fund, IMF? The meetings were done before we heard about CBDCs and all that crap. Why? Because again, Ripple has a mission to build a global infrastructure that will allow these people to do what they want. You have to understand one thing. Without Ripple, there is none of this. That's why Ripple has easy access to all the central banks of the world. Ripple has a mission, and the mission was given to Ripple by the same people who set up this agenda. Ripple is their weapon. According to Daryl Hubbard, the executive director at the DCMA and the chief architect of the Universal Monetary Unit, this vision expressed by the IMF is the exact solution the DCMA is delivering to central banks worldwide. At Joel Katz, David Schwartz, right? We just talked about him answering all those questions. Once we get one corridor, we hang other countries off of each end of the corridor, expanding the reach of XRP. Now, say you're a company like Apple with a huge pile of cash. If you want to snap up other assets cheap, you'll need to hold the assets the people selling want. If they're going to any of our corridors, they'll want XRP, so you'll want to hold it. They'll save money by holding piles of XRP. XRP used as an vehicle asset to international payments. XRP is not in competition with any CBDCs. CBDCs need XRP. It is not XRP that needs CBDC. Whether it's an international, national, wholesale, or any other CBDC, it's still the same value and therefore a CBDC. And as we've been reading and learning, the XRPL, all these CBDCs run on a clone, or they're potentially running on a clone of the XRP ledger. Their own, though. Icebreaker project from the Bank of International Settlements equals many foreign exchange providers can submit quotes to the system's hub, which automatically selects the cheaper one for the end user, which we Ripple. The Icebreaker system implements the use of bridge currencies, XRP, if transactions between 2 specific end currencies are unavailable or not favorable, promoting competition among foreign exchange providers. The project also demonstrated that the hub and spoke model can reduce settlement and cryptocurrency risk by using coordinated payments in central bank money and complete cross-border transactions within seconds. XRP, for countries considering the development of a domestic CBDC, the project provides a model for extending them an innovative service into cross-border transactions. I don't want to say more than that, but I think it's clear and people need to learn how to do research. They all depend on some YouTubers with 12-minute videos, LOL, ha ha ha. You cannot educate people with 12-minute videos. That's BS. Influencers need to do live streams for 2 to 3 hours to literally explain this stuff the right way, like I do with my French community every effing day. And never forget, XRP is a supranational currency according to the World Bank that is participating in a UMU project. A supranational currency should be used as an international means of payment. The universal monetary unit is centralized, equals the IMF, equals XRP is neutral and no jurisdiction or agency can control it. Take care, guys. One love. And that comes from the gentleman here at Lord VXRP. You can go follow him. It's great stuff here. And then here is that picture. Here we have Brad Garlinghouse. And this is Tobias Adrian. Right here is Tobias Adrian. The second one from the left in the picture. 1, 2, Tobias Adrian, Brad Garlinghouse. We also see Legrand. And then we also have the picture here of Brad and Ross, IMF. And here we have IMF expands fintech group to foster greater collaboration between national authorities and international organizations. Chris Larson, executive chairman of Ripple. And then we have the spring meetings of the World Bank. So it's an interesting dilemma. XRP Army, we love XRP, but did we know that XRP was going to be literally the new world order currency? It literally could end up taking your freedoms away. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in the years coming forward. All right, so jumping over here into the charts, let's take a quick look. XRP, we are up 0.1%. We have 8 minutes left in the daily candle, so nothing really happened at all on the day for XRP. It's totally fine. Just a quick rundown of where we see things at for the daily right now. We are looking bullish unless we break below this 14 exponential moving average. Our 4-hour just flipped to a bullish scenario, which is really good. And we also just pumped above the 14 exponential moving average. Looking to see the charge. Now, the one thing that is interesting is we currently have 2 very, very good cipher patterns that were called out, and they hit both take profit units. So you can see right here, this one was an entry at 50 cents, take profit at 52. And this one was an entry at 50 cents with a take profit at 52 as well. However, there is still a down play. All right. So this one right here, this is a red cipher indicating that we have potential down. The first take profit on that one was also accomplished. You can see the green check mark. The target 2 is at 48068, and that's this darker green line here. And that's on the 4 hours. So that one is still yet to play out. We are still trying to work this way to the upside. It will invalidate this red cipher once we get to this level here at 54 cents. Even though we got up there and wicked it, we did not have a body close, so it didn't close it out. We are accumulating very heavily right here, and we have been now for we'll use this day after the drop. So since the 14th, we're now here at the 16th. So 2 days, just been trading sideways. That's what we talked about yesterday's video too, as far as price goes. The weekends can be kind of lame. You know, Friday we had that pump and then it came back to reality and then just a lame weekend. So the new daily candle will be kicking off here in 5 minutes. Let's go see what else is going on in interesting news on Twitter. All right, so we got the hair, we got the big thread on that information. James Zong, who stole more than 51,000 Bitcoin from Silk Road in 2012, has been sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in prison for wire fraud. I wonder where those coins went, though. 51,000 Bitcoin being dropped onto the market would be awful. $1.5 billion heist equals 1 year. What a joke. I mean, not really. Bitcoin was $10 back then. So Bitcoin is money. 141 for every day in prison. Okay, I'll do a year for that. Mr. Zong made his big mistake on December 16, 2020, according to the court records, and an analysis of his Bitcoin transactions by Elliptic. He combined crypto funds the IRS had linked to the Silk Road thefts with legitimate funds, and he kept in a cryptocurrency exchange. Ouch. Recent studies show that wealthy young Americans are increasingly diverting their investments away from stock market and over to cryptos. Definitely understand that and see that. Here's the ultimate 100x investment, Alex Becker. He always puts out good stuff. Out of the military, I put all I had into $6,000 and got back millions. I then put that back into it and got 100 million. I now invested a record amount in the last few weeks. What is it? It's me. It's you. Invest most aggressively in yourself. And by the way, guys, if you would like to invest in yourself, learn how to make a boatload of money on the internet. Click the link down in the description. Come work with us here at the Bull Runners Club. There's also a video at the end of this you're going to see. All right, and then also to wrap this up here on the news portion of it, stablecoin legislation has been drafted. Now, this doesn't mean passed, but they are drafting bills in Congress right now Too long, don't read because it's a lot of information here. Here we go. Decentralized stablecoins become illegal in the US. DAI, LUSD, RAI, etc. become illegal, while centralized stables, DeFi, Ethereum, and other ETH win big. High-level summary. Decentralized stablecoins become illegal in the US. Foreign stables become illegal in the US. National boundaries for stables. In my opinion, ETH sees significant uptake as a payment method for both legal and decentralized. Licensed stables, example USDC, become huge winners and permitted to access Fed accounts directly. The act also makes it illegal for a licensed stablecoin to be backed by reserves other than US dollar equivalents. For example, it would be unlawful for a licensed stablecoin to be backed by the reserves of gold, ETH, shares of Google, British pound,